Support comes from the Wiregrass Archives at Troy University's Dothan campus, identifying and preserving historical documents and photographs for research related to the Wiregrass region. More information at troy.edu/wiregrassarchives.
From Troy Public Radio, this is TPR Podcast Presents, programming made where you live. I'm Austin Toy. Every week, we bring you selections from one of Troy Public Radio's 17 locally produced podcasts. The HBO series The Pitt made headlines when it premiered early this year. The show is fiction, but it's gotten a lot of attention and a lot of praise for its accuracy in depicting what it's like to work in an emergency room. On this selection from The Rounds podcast, real-life ER charge nurse Cody Burgamy tells hosts Brooke Mosely and Kait Nesbitt what he thought of The Pitt.
That show's awesome. So
I love it.
From a medical person standpoint, I will say, especially in emergency care, as far as the what we face and the obstacles of mass casualty incidents and social things, as far as parents and kids and things like that, it is very real. And the medicine that they practiced in that was extremely real. And I've even all the ER doctors at Troy, I've gotten them to watch it, and they're all into it. So Noah Wiley, he was actually the lead speaker at the National Trauma Conference here last month, which is pretty cool. And he's advocating basically for medical professionals, because it's a federal offense if you attack a police officer or if you attack a postal worker or a trash engineer or anything like that. It's a federal offense. It's not if you attack a nurse or a doctor. And that's a problem. And that's something that he's kind of advocating for us for. That's pretty cool. But as far as that show goes, I support it.
I know that the show itself focuses mainly on him as an ER doctor in, the Pitt and everything. But did you feel that the charge nurse was accurately?
Yeah, absolutely. It was pretty hilarious because the first episode, the doctor comes in and he tells the other doctors, hey, this is the charge nurse, listen to her. And, ultimately at the end of the day, we have to listen to the doctor. And I'm going to. But, it was pretty cool that they started with that. And a lot of the physicians that come into our facility kind of know who to lean on. And it's pretty cool to see that from an outside standpoint illustrated. And especially her kind of management overseeing the whole thing instead of just one patient. You never really saw her specifically with one patient. She was kind of everywhere and throughout the whole department.
It felt like she was, and it sounded like earlier, you're a traffic cop. Like you've got to know every direction that's coming.
Absolutely.
And both ways where cars are coming or going on both areas.
That is a very good representation of what we do, a traffic cop. Herding cats.
Herding cats.
Yeah, that's what I usually say. In our ER here, we only have 10 beds. We have 10 beds, and we have 2 fast-track rooms. So, when you get 10 patients that sign in within an hour, you're full. And managing that is an art form, and you have to do it right then and right there.
I can't imagine. Brooke, have you ever watched The Pit?
I have not. I was hoping y'all did not ask because I was going to embarrass myself.
Oh,
not embarrass.
But let me give my reasoning behind it.
Nursing school, that's a reason. Yeah, you don't watch TV. I get it.
You don't want to scare yourself out of this.
But prior to coming into nursing school, I loved the Grey's Anatomy, The Good Doctor, all that.
Yeah.
And then I got into school and I started actually learning. I'm like, that's not right.
No, it's not. Not
and
at all.
so I kind of just stopped watching
I can't do
medical
it.
shows because they would just make me mad.
I can't watch it, but simply because the person sitting next to me
I was about to say.
constantly
I could see it all
that's
day,
not how
yeah.
we do it. But when I'm telling you, when me and Jake sat down, I was like, I really want to watch this. He's like, oh, I'm so excited to watch it. He loved ER when he was really young.
I did too.
The whole entire premise of it, and he was like, I've heard great things. I want to sit down and do it. There were just like, when I say tiny, minuscule details that he was like, that's not perfect, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, and that you're right. That was how I felt, and that's how ER doctors feel watching it, to the point to where our ER doctors here notice some inefficiencies in our department and has brought it to administration's attention because of that show. In the mass casualty incident scenario in that show displayed some needs in our area that is very real that we need to be prepared for, and we're not. And that was pretty cool as well.
And they even talk about, like, they have certain people coming in from nursing homes and care facilities because this is when shift change happens. And that kind of thing was kind of interesting to see that it's not, I mean, ER for me is emergency medicine. So there's a lot of emergencies, but there's a lot of people who come in at scheduled times. Because that's their only option is just to call an ambulance.
It is, absolutely. Every single day. In our area, and really everywhere, the ER is the dumping ground. We just kind of absorb everything that, these primary cares and specialty cares can't take. But, people have problems that needs to be managed. So we kind of absorb all of that.
One of my former professors worked in the ER at Troy for a little while, and she would talk about how she's like, we'd have people come in 2 to 3 times a week just because they needed food and water. And we were the only place they knew to go. And she's like, everybody else is kind of wanting to run them out. And I'm like, no, they need, we are here to care for people.
Yeah, and
Why would you not?
Those people are oftentimes they're pretty nice. They're pretty nice people. Yeah. They get a terrible rap because they're regulars. And a lot of times it's they need a sandwich. And you know what? If a sandwich fixes them, I will make them a sandwich all day. Yeah. Doesn't matter what position. We had a elderly dementia patient, and he was had fallen out of the bed, and he was fine. There's no injuries. We checked him out, did X-ray. It was all good, and he was hungry. This guy was extremely ornery when he got to us. It was really mean to us, and so the doctor's like, well, I don't know why he's being mean to me, but oh well. And so the guy was like, can I get something to eat? Sure. Well, he said, you got any ice cream? I don't think I can find some ice cream. So I went and got him up some ice cream, and the doctor overheard me, and so I went in there with the ice cream, and this elderly man lit up like a Christmas tree. And that doctor cut his ice cream up for him, stirred it up, and so he could eat it, and he ate every bit of that ice cream, and he was as nice as he could be after that. It was pretty cool to see that, to see him going in there and cutting up that ice cream for him. Specifically, he'd probably kill me if you heard me say that, but he tries to put up, hard exterior, and the good leaders do. And so for him to show that soft side was hilarious.
You can hear the full conversation with Cody Burgamy on the Rounds podcast on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Austin Toy, and this is TPR Podcast Presents on listener-supported Troy Public Radio.